Alright lads, so today in less than 12 hours time, we should be getting our next banner announcement for the mid-month of March. Since the banner is scheduled to get announced on the 16th, that is a Sunday, so we should be getting the announcement scheduled for tomorrow. If we do, of course, as always, we are going to be there to react to the new characters, and as always, you lads can join in the fun too. Let me know your prediction in the comments below, and we can come back to this video in around 12 or so hours time to see if we got any of the characters right. Because from the looks of it, at least as of me recording this video, we haven't gotten any leak shit regarding the characters. Whenever we do, we will make a video about that. So as of right now, for this banner in particular, we are going in quite blind. Now, with that in mind, what should this banner be? Or what will it be is the better question. When it comes to 1000 Year Blood War, I don't see it happening. As of right now, unless the anime is going on, or at least until there's a big celebration, I'm not expecting any 1000 Year Blood War mid-months to happen anytime soon. When it comes to other banners, in this case, it's either going to be a seasonal or a premium banner. And our last mid-month banner was a seasonal banner with Rin and also Yumichika. Kind of a weird one because it was a Valentine's themed banner based off of a filler episode, and they were treated as seasonals, but it was also a Valentine's banner with 2 males. That very rarely ever happens. Like, whenever we ever get a Valentine's banner, it's always female characters. So it was very weird and strange in a way. First for Brave Souls to not get a seasonal banner with 3 females, or 2 during January end of the month, or at the very least February mid-month. Since our last banner was also technically a seasonal banner, I'm not expecting any type of seasonal banner. There's almost nothing to do. I mean, I guess they could, to be fair, do a White Day banner. For those that don't know, the way Valentine's works in Japan, from my knowledge, is that on Valentine's Day, the girls give the chocolate, and then a month later, around March 13th, the males give the chocolate. So usually back in around 2018, we would always get a dedicated Valentine's banner, and then a month later, as you'll see here, we got a dedicated male White Day banner. That hasn't happened in quite some time. And again, since our last seasonal banner for Valentine's was about males, it would be cool if the opposite could happen and we could get a female White Day banner for the mid-month of March, but I just don't see that happening. Instead, what I'm expecting is a premium banner, and that's what we want to see, right? Characters that are maybe cool to look at, maybe get later on, but not summon when they first release, because they are going to be premium and you can get them from summon tickets or through later banners as fillers. And with that in mind, what am I expecting to see here? Well, I'm just going to spitball some names, more so characters that have not appeared in quite some time. Because if we are going to get a premium banner, it should be characters that aren't going to get new characters sometime soon within the next couple of some months. Having said that, this character in particular, Yoruichi, could get a new character sometime soon, because she is eventually going to get a 1000 Year Blood War version based off the Raijin Senkai that she does to Askin. How long will it take for us to get that? We're not really too sure, but 1000 Year Blood War Season 3 characters will begin around the 10th anniversary. So Yoruichi as a character has the chance to show up anytime post 10th anniversary or during the 10th anniversary. So I guess for my first prediction, it's going to be Yoruichi and Soifon, or Yoruichi and also Kisuke. These characters in general just have not received new characters in quite some time, and it's very surprising, shocking even, that Yoruichi and Kisuke have not had a character in such a long time. Especially because they would make for a perfect duo in a 2-character banner, especially a seasonal one. It's very strange, the last mid-month that we did get. It was cool that K-Love did do it. I really like the idea of turning filler episodes into banners. Like, there could be some really good ones that come from that. But at the same time, you have a characters even, sitting there ready for you to make money, right? In this case, Yoruichi and Kisuke would have been a really cool Valentine's themed banner, or any seasonal banner with just those 2 characters. Because I know many of us, me part of that, I'm a massive Yoruichi fan, have been waiting for these characters to get new versions in the game, and it's been over 2 years. If we do get a Yoruichi Soifon banner, it could be similar to this in a way that, you know, Gin and Izuru with the Toshiro banner, it was kind of made into a new banner with just Toshiro vs Gin. We could get a Yoruichi vs Soifon banner. 2 separate characters, but taken from that particular fight. Kind of what this character is, but again, its own banner. If they wanted to throw in a Kisuke somehow, I'm not really sure what they could do, but they can come up with something with Kisuke. I wouldn't even mind, to be fair, in regards to a premium Yoruichi, before we eventually get the 1000 Year Blood War, right, is a armored Yoruichi, right? It's one of my favorite forms of this character, and I really, really liked this character when she first came out during the 2nd anniversary for Global. Would love for this character to get remade, and it's one of the only Yoruichis in the game to not get a remake, so that would be really cool to see. If they wanted to throw in a Kisuke, they could probably do that, taken from the fight with Aizen. That would work. Maybe even throw an Aizen in there. I think a lot of us do want the Hogaku Fusion Aizen, this one right here that has yet to get remade, and also most importantly, have the monster form playable, or at least in a soul bomb. And in my opinion, this form is way too cool to be a mid-month, at least for it to get its justice. It really should be an end-of-month character. But I guess this character wouldn't be too bad for a mid-month, right? The only way this character is playable is through Senkamon, and you know he is a Senkamon character. A free character from like 2017. He's not really that good. So I guess my first prediction would more so just be about a Yoruichi and or Soifon, and there's two ways they could actually incorporate a Yoruichi. A 2-character banner with Yoruichi and also Soifon, similar to the Gin vs Toshi banner that we did get earlier this year. If they don't want to do Yoruichi Soifon but still give us a Yoruichi, an armored version would be great, paired with someone like this Aizen, for example, and or a Kisuke from the same fight. Because at the same time, this Kisuke has yet to get a remix, so that would actually be kind of cool. For my second prediction, it is going to be in regards to some of the Visoreds. Most of, again, the Visoreds that aren't going to get new characters soon. And at this point in time, it's basically just Rose. Rose is like the last Visor to get a new 1000G Blood War character using his Bankai. Kensei doesn't have much going on, at least as of right now. We've already gotten his character. And Shinji, since he is the most popular Visored, he's gotten 2 characters since, with the most recent character earlier this month. So when it comes to a potential new Visored character that I would like to see as a mid-month, I've been saying these characters' names for quite some time, especially if they can be wearing the mask. That'll be really cool. In this case, a character that we have not received in quite some time. A new Hiyori character would be great to see, in my opinion. We haven't seen Hiyori in years, and a Hiyori wearing the visored mask would at the very least be cool to see. I'm also a big believer in the Hachigen agenda. Since he is a character that took down an Espada, in this case Barragan, it would be cool to see him get a good character. This one is of course from the same fight, and he was a decently good character when he released back in, 2018? Similar to Hiyori, this character has not received a new version in years, and I would love to play as a Hachigen with the mask on, because his mask is actually kind of cool looking. For me personally, they're the main 2 Visors that I do want to see get remakes. The other characters, like Love, for example, Lisa, they've already received new characters. Kensei, Shinji have received new characters. Rose is going to get one eventually, right? So that really only leaves a Mashiro. A new Mashiro would be nice. At least Mashiro, to be fair, has been getting new characters, but it has just been seasonals. So a premium Mashiro would be great to see. When it comes to my next prediction, my final prediction, because I think this banner can go 3 different ways. Either Soripas, more so Yoruichi and Kisuke. Maybe they could go down the Visored route, or they could give us some new Arrancars. Again, when it comes to Arrancars, there aren't really much going on with them. Every end of month for the most part is going to be 1000G Blood War, unless it is an exception. And the only way for us to get new Espada or Arrancars is by premium mid-months or seasonal banners. The only way for us to get good Arrancars that are going to be 1000G Blood War themed, it would be the characters like Charlotte, Dodoni that appear briefly in the 1000G Blood War arc, like similar to what Saruchi got, right? Earlier last year, Nelliel and Grimmjow will eventually get 1000G Blood War characters, but that's quite a while off. So what we are likely going to see, especially what we saw in 2023, I believe, right? Where we started to get a lot of Arrancars. We were actually kind of complaining about it at one point. Because there was a whole month, like this month right here, where we had a Arrancar mid-month, and then we got more Arrancars during the end of month. I would love to see more Arrancars, in this case, just to throw some names out there. I don't think this character is going to happen, but one thing I would love to see is more resurrected Espada. Noritora in particular has not had a resurrected Espada version in quite some time. While he did receive a seasonal character earlier last year, it was in his base form. This has kind of been a trend that Kev have been doing a lot of base form Espada over the last couple of so years, because when they first introduced, they were in their resurrected form. So having them in their base form would be something new technically. But I mean, this isn't the best example because we already had a base form Noritora and then we got another one, which made this banner actually a lot more unappealing than it actually was when it first released. So if we were to get any Arrancars, I would love to see some new Espada, characters that aren't going to get any characters sometime soon, especially in their resurrected state. The only exception to that rule is, if I can find her, would be Halibel. Halibel, for some reason, is the opposite of what I was just describing. We've been getting a lot of base form Espada, but Halibel is the only character that is never in the base form. We've yet to get a 5-star base form Halibel, and that would be really cool to see just because we've never had it. And this character right here, in a way, could have been the base form one that we got last year, but instead it was another resurrected Halibel. So I would love to see a base form Halibel, just not resurrected, please, because that's, we've seen it before. It's cool, I like Halibel, but we've seen enough of a resurrected state. If we were to get Halibel, I'm really not sure who could go alongside her. I doubt we would get a Zamari, Yami, or Okiura. We kind of just got Arrancar last year, so I guess they could do a Noritora. Maybe a Nelliel, to be fair. I mean, that would kind of work, right? A free Espada character banner. Nelliel and also Halibel. So I guess if I was to give a prediction there, my first prediction would be Halibel, and then my next prediction would be Nelliel, but this time, something that we should have gotten when this character came out in her Espada uniform. And then with that in mind, she will have the Espada affiliation. That would be really cool. More often than not, as of late, mid-month has been 2 characters. So if they want to give us 2 characters that kind of make sense paired together, technically, because they are both the third Espada, Halibel and also Nelliel would be really cool to see together. Hopping into the game, however, we can have a look at the current guild quest schedule that might give us a hint on what these characters will offer when they do get announced tomorrow. So, Caleb liked to time banners with certain guild quests, and what we can do here is have a look. So, upcoming, starting today, actually, we do have the ranged Quincy guild quests. Now, in this case, I don't believe it is going to be for any new character. This guild quest in particular is already sorted out with a good lead and 2 good normal attack damage characters. We do, however, have the current Christmas rerun, which does feature 2 ranged Quincy killers, so likely this guild quest is for that Christmas rerun. We do know in a couple days time, when the Melee Espada guild quest is active, Kenpachi will get his Bravefest banner, so this guild quest is for him, and I don't think it is hinting at any new character. Although it could. One of these upcoming characters could be a Melee Espada killer, and that in of itself, in a way, is kind of dead on arrival, because we just don't need any new Espada killer. Like, Kenpachi has it covered. No matter what they do, it's not going to really amount to anything, so we could potentially see it as a ranged Squad Zero killer. Now, if we have a look at that, this is what we are working with. More leads for this guild quest honestly wouldn't even be a bad thing. Shinji doesn't need replacements, and I don't think he is going to get replaced, but an additional SP lead to use alongside Shinji would be great to see here, because realistically, if you are tackling this guild quest, it's either Shinji or bust. There is Macy, but Macy is a very rare character, and if you're new, you likely won't have her. If you do have her, she's good enough, but I don't like talking about Burn the Witch characters like that when talking about potential characters to use, since they are quite rare. So Yoruichi and also Ikaku do serve the team as the normal attack damage characters. Unfortunately for both of them, none of them have a team boost, so maybe we could see an SP lead or a normal attack damage character to use as an auto-controlled character, in this case with a team boost as a 2. If they can do that, that'll be really good, and while I won't pull on the banner regardless of what it is, it would be nice to maybe pick them up in the future. So my first prediction, I guess, for this first character, assuming it's going to be a 2-character banner, will be a ranged Squad Zero killer. In terms of what else we might be getting in this banner, something that we have been seeing quite often is a farming character. So it could be any of these 3. Bryn was a Super Linksa farmer, Toshra was a Super Linksa farmer, so maybe we're going to go 3 for 3 for all the mid-months just to introduce new Super Linksa farmers. Even if they aren't entirely needed, you can never go wrong with them, especially as a new account. Again, there was that brief period between Isane and also Menina where we went like 5+ months of no farming characters, so I would like to see that trend continue. We had a power, we had a mind, maybe it's time for technique, hearts, or even speed. To be fair, we just got speed, so if we are to get a farming character, I would assume it's going to be a technique character. A technique Super Linksa farmer with +10 Super Linksa potions as a skill. But either way, lads, that's the video for today. Again, let me know your prediction in the comments below, and we can come back to this video in 12 hours time to see who the new characters are being introduced into Brave Souls. Hope to see you lads there. Take care, and peace.